It'll ban cleaning your guns, disassembling guns, changing barrels. It will restrict the shipping of guns outside the U.S. and guns into the United States. But people don't believe us, even when we link to the treaty. So I wanted to, right now, before I come back and go to calls, maybe I can settle down if we play this, go ahead and get into this, and we'll continue with calls after it. I'm going to play just a little bit of this. The whole clip's linked up on Infowars.com from YouTube right now, and you can go there and link through to the treaty itself as well. Rights under assault, foreign access to U.S. gun registry. And they make you fingerprint to be a gun dealer, and then that goes in the UN database. In 2000, they signed a world treaty where all driver's license, all IDs, all this stuff is a worldwide database set by the UN. The UN is in control of the swine flu response. And they're bragging, oh, this is good for global government, a good test, as the nations follow their orders. And who owns the UN? The private bankers, who are openly setting up the Bank of the World, who just stole your $12.8 trillion out of the U.S. alone, another $10 trillion out of other nations. Private banks tax you. Private banks have taken over. Here's Lou Dobbs. Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll start it now and come back in a minute. Here it is.
A renewed effort tonight that could curtail our Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms if President Obama has his way. He wants the Senate to ratify a little-known treaty that would create a national registry for guns. Under that treaty, other nations would be able to identify gun owners in the United States. Bill Tucker has our report.
President Obama went to Mexico and brought back a 12-year-old treaty.
I'm urging the Senate in the United States to ratify an inter-American treaty known as SIFTA to curb small arms trafficking that is a source of so many of the weapons used in this drug war.
The treaty signed by President Clinton in 1997 was never ratified by the Senate. It calls for the institution of a regime of gun control never before seen in the United States, creating a gun registration system that would be open to international sharing. Offenders would be prosecuted under treaty law, and they would be eligible for extradition. Proponents like Senator Dick Lugar are urging passage, saying, quote, we should consider ratifying during this Congress.
Think about the magnitude of that. Americans are now being extradited to Germany if they say the Holocaust didn't happen, or that 5,999,000 people were killed by Hitler. Hitler killed millions. He was a bad guy. I don't even disagree with that. Even if you think 10 million people were killed by Hitler, let's say 100 million, whatever. It's your First Amendment or free speech right to say that. But they set the precedent with that, with these treaties. Well, you're not for Nazis, are you? And the next it's, oh, you're denying global warming. They want, if you deny man-made climate change now, the European Union is trying to pass a law to arrest you. See? Oh, you're for that? You see how this is happening? Oh, you violated a gun law in Germany. In the U.S., you're going to Germany. There's a tactic that these mind controllers, these lawyers, these dirtbags running society, these corporatists use. They don't care if 91% of Americans want to control the borders. They leave them open. They don't care if 80+% want the war to end. It continues. They don't care if 98% in every major poll, some cases higher, some cases it was 100% some polls, were against the banker takeover, bailout. They do it. But they also will lie and deny. We had RAND Corporation, UN documents, Club of Rome documents.